Amalga-Maniacs, welcome back to our third and a half round, I would say.
I call that accurate scoring.
Yeah, 3.5. I mean, the first one we announced was tiny. So,
3 3/4 of an inch
yes.
of a battle, if that's possible.
So this battle conditions, well, I don't know if we should go with what Ian was suggesting. I will let them in. Originally, we were thinking Japan in the rice fields with a nice koi pond in the background in the moonlight. But I'm like, Ian, that sounds way too romantic for a battle.
You know, there's times like this I really miss when me and Santino were co-hosts and co-hosts, because he would have understood that it was a nighttime battle that was supposed to have been like menacing and mysterious, and she completely turned it into like the spaghetti kiss part at with Lady of the Tramp. It was horrible. She just shot holes all in my scenery here, and I don't know what to do now. So we got to go through with it. But now I can't. Okay, fine. You know what? Because Shelby is awesome, and I'm gonna level with her. And this is what we do. We compromise here on Who Dares Winz. Whether it's pistols at high noon, or we just compromise over the scenery, we compromise here. So here's a compromise. Feudal Japan. This battle takes place in feudal Japan, in a rice field, moonlit sky, next to a koi pond, with the bandolier in the background, rowing as he's singing "That's Amore."
It's even worse. Santino, if you are watching, please tell me you agree with me right now. Do not take his side.
When the moon hits you. You know what? No more singing. We're not singing anymore on Who Dares Winz ever. The bandolier is singing Amore. You're welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You get music with this battle.
They're gonna go on a nice moonlit walk, and they're going to kiss and be best friends.
Or they could kill each other with their swords. That could happen too, Shelby. This is Who Dares Winz. Kind of the whole point of why we're here. So maybe they'll pull out their swords. Maybe they'll get into a lover's tip and decide to kill each other.
They're fighting over the one that's rowing the boat. They both want his affection.
Exactly. Both want to row the boat. And these two combatants, I think that dominance is definitely going to be an issue, attitude-wise. So, without further ado, Raiden from Metal Gear 2, not 4, where he was half cyborg. Raiden from Metal Gear 2, and Zoro from One Piece. Raiden from Metal Gear 2. He was very inexperienced. I would say that's a stretch. Let me correct myself. He was not inexperienced. Obviously, he was picked by the government to trail and shadow a nuclear bomb and weapon that was stolen by terrorists. So they picked him to do reconnaissance and try to retrieve the weapon if he can and save the SEAL team that was attacked as the initial bomb was taken. So I would say he has to be some kind of skilled for the government to want him to be the guy that goes in. So I'm imagining he has all the super secret spy regular training going in. So let's put him at super secret spy guy level. Peak human, agility, strength, durability. One thing I do like about Raiden, and I will say this much, with his sneaking suit on, he seemed to be a lot more durable, taking bullets. Being hurt seemed like the suit helped him with healing and blood control, keeping him so he doesn't bleed out and stuff. I gotta say that he was very agile, very fast. His reflexes were very good. He also had nanomachines in his system because he was a part of the same team that brought you Solid Snake. So he had nanomachines in him. So I'm not sure if the nanomachines had any effect on his physiology or if he was stronger or more agile or whatever. But I do know I've seen him do some impressive things throughout the game. But remember, this is Raiden from Metal Gear 2, not 4. So he does not have the cybernetic upgrades. He is peak human only. I'm going to kick it over to Shelby, and she's going to tell you everything there is to know about Zoro. Please ignore the bandolier in the background singing That's More.
So Zoro from One Piece is pretty much one of the most powerful of the team, apart from Luffy, of course. I mean, he is pretty much the expert swordsman of the team. I mean, he is also known as the three-handed, like, master of weapons because he fights with swords in both of his hands and one in his mouth. I mean, that has to be pretty skilled if you're able to fight with 3 swords, one of which is inside of your mouth.
I was actually playing Jump Force this week, and I used Zoro as a character, and that was one of the most impressive things I've seen throughout the game is that he has this rush where he actually has the sword in his mouth, and it's the main striking weapon. So, yeah, to be able to cut somebody with a sword in your mouth is, yeah, it's an accomplishment for a human being. So I could definitely say probably one of the best swordsmen to ever live. So this one can go pretty much any way you want it to go. It's being fought in a very picturesque place. The conditions are, you know what, let's go with dismemberment. This feels like a dismemberment.
Or they're going to fall in love.
Dismemberment or elope. Whichever one comes first. If they elope, fine. If they dismember each other, that's great too. So yes, this one goes down to dismemberment or elope in feudal Japan. All weapons, oh no, just swords, because Raiden likes to use guns as well. So just swords on this one. We will give Raiden a high frequency blade, which anyone who's played Metal Gear knows that that's an awesome weapon to have. It switches from being a blunt object to being a sword that can cut through almost any solid object. You're welcome. Use your thumbs. Vote down below. Let us know what you think. Give us your ideas. You dream. You gotta dream. You gotta believe that Zoro is gonna win. Thinking it is not gonna get you there. You have to believe it. Every fiber of your being. That's it. It's the only way he's gonna win. So cast your votes after you believe, and don't stop believing. Don't ever stop believing. This has been Ian Wallace, the Boy Wonder, and Shelby Chrono, bringing you yet another Who Dares Wins. Thank you for joining us, and remember, don't stop believing.